today I am hoping to explain the things that I do now that help set me up to fall asleep fast and also to stay asleep during the night, because I am definitely a person that did not always fall asleep fast and also did not always stay asleep. So if you're a person who struggles at all with falling asleep or staying asleep, especially being a busy working mom, this is the video for you. Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Ryan from ProductiveWorkingMom.com, where my goal is to help you become more productive by finding ways to help you balance life, busyness, and being a working mom. If that sounds at all interesting to you, I'd love to have you subscribe to our channel, become a part of this community, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I mean, what could be better than that? Also, if you find this video helpful in any way, or you just enjoy it, I'd love to have you like it, share it with others, so you can share the amazingness and help others. Okay, so when it comes to falling asleep, there are so many different things that go into a person getting a good night's sleep. So it includes your mind, your body, and also your physical elements, things around you as well. So figuring out how much sleep I needed and how to fall asleep fast has changed my life when it comes to productivity, because I try to get a lot done in the morning. This is when I do my best work, and I need to make sure that I'm getting a good night's sleep and I'm falling asleep fast so I can wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. So I think it's important to note that all of these things might not work for you because, like I said, everybody is different, but you might be able to find some things that you can incorporate into your own night routine that will help you fall asleep better and stay asleep. So this leads me to my first point, which is the notion that every single person needs to get the same amount of sleep. I think you often hear that, oh, you need to get 8 or 9 hours of sleep every night. And that's not actually true. The exact number that each person needs to sleep is going to be different, and you need to figure out what that number is for you. So according to the book Glow 15, she also sources another person who's the sleep doctor, so you can look him up online. But everybody is a little bit different in how much sleep they need, and some of it has to do with your sleep chronotype. So the best way to figure out how much sleep you need is to actually fall asleep for 10 days straight at the same time every night and see when your body naturally wakes up. Okay, so I've done this, well, actually it was more like doing it for 7 days in a row when I had some vacation time, but I actually found that my number is 7.5 hours. So if you want to figure out more about this and how to do this, I would suggest that you can go to the Power of Wind quiz. So that's going to be linked below. So once you know how much sleep your body needs, this is when you can begin to reverse engineer and figure out when you need to go to bed or actually get into bed. Remember, those are two very different things in order to get a good night's sleep. So let me walk you through this. Since I know I need to get 7.5 hours of sleep, I subtract that from the time I need to wake up in the morning. So if I need to wake up at 6 a.m., I need to aim to be sleeping by 10:30 every night. This means I can't get into bed at 10:29 at night and expect to fall asleep at 10:30. Normally it takes about 20 or 30 minutes probably once you get into bed to fall asleep. So with that said, I aim to get into bed usually around 10 p.m. so I can fall asleep at 10:30 p.m. Once you understand how much sleep you need and what time you need to fall asleep or get into bed to go to sleep, that's when you can start to figure out what to add to your own night routine that helps encompass the right things for you to ensure when you actually go to bed and you close your eyes, you're going to be able to fall asleep easily and quickly. All right, so step number 1 is going to be to plan tomorrow today. You want to set your schedule and have your plan pretty much ready to go. Because I believe that in order to fall asleep with ease, your mind needs to be at ease. And one of the best ways to do this is to have your plan set and ready for the next day. So sometimes this might start with a brain dump if you have a lot of different things on your mind. And after that, I will usually set my schedule and maybe my top to-dos for the next day. When I have that clear plan for the next day, I'm able to fall asleep with peace of mind that I'm not going to miss anything and I don't need to worry, and it makes falling asleep so much easier. All right, step number 2 for me is to stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. As a general rule, I try to stop eating 3 hours before bed. Sometimes I'll have a light tea or something like that, but I used to try to implement this as a rule for weight loss. But then since I switched to intuitive eating, I started to notice if I was eating food still close to bedtime, it actually started to affect my ability to fall asleep easily. Sometimes it was because of heartburn, but I think also because my body was just busy still digesting the food, and it would make falling asleep difficult. Okay, so the third step that goes into my night routine for a good night's sleep, and that is my bedtime skincare and self-care routine. So once I've finished eating for the day, I brush my teeth, I put on my comfy pajamas, and I make sure that whatever I wear to bed is comfortable and it's not gonna bother me when I'm trying to go to sleep. Also make sure that you're not too hot or too cold in it as well, because nobody's gonna get their best night's sleep wearing something that's itchy or in a material that I hate. So I would invest in a few good pairs of pajamas. After that, I'll proceed into my evening skincare routine. For my skin, I do love doing a double cleanse. I use this pharmacy cleansing balm and I put it on my face and I just massage it in, and it's so relaxing. It feels amazing. And then after I wash that off, I proceed with the rest of my facial skincare routine. And a few times a week, I try to do some additional self-care. So maybe like taking a bubble bath, maybe having some Epsom salts, or maybe a sugar scrub or something like that. Just something to pamper myself a little bit. Okay, so the fourth thing I do is adding relaxing essential oils to our diffusers to help us have a good night's sleep. Once my face and my body are all set, I'll go around and fill our diffusers in our bedrooms, and I'll add some relaxing essential oils. Some of our family favorites are Stress Away, Lavender, and Lime. Every now and then I switch it up if we have a cold or allergies or something like that going in the house. But those are typically my go-to ones and the ones that work best for my family, but feel free to figure out what works best for you. Okay, so the fifth thing that I do is actually putting on blue light glasses about an hour before I go to bed. So I remember being excited to finally have a phone that had a blue light filter, and I wouldn't have to worry anymore about being on my phone at night and it would not keep me awake. But to my disappointment, I still felt really alert when I would try to fall asleep. What I ended up learning and doing some research on was blue light does not just come from our phones and our devices. It's actually coming from several sources. And if you actually want to block that blue light completely, you need something like a pair of glasses to help fully block that blue light. So eventually I did decide to try a pair of blue light glasses, and I went onto the sleep doctor's site, but they were kind of pricey. And I also had a pair of glasses that I already wear at night because I wear contacts during the day. I really didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars buying a pair of glasses that I wouldn't even really be able to use or might not be comfortable. So I did some research, and I found out also that all blue light glasses are not created equal. And in fact, if you have a pair of blue light glasses that are clear, they're probably not blocking all the light, so they're not great for nighttime. They're helpful probably for kids and stuff, like, or if you're on the computer a lot, but when it comes to like nighttime, trying to block out the blue light, not so helpful. They're probably going to be an ugly orange color for them to actually be effective and work. So the blue light glasses I actually ended up using, it's not a full pair of glasses, it's the clip-on. I will link that below. It's on Amazon. They cost me like $15, maybe $20 tops, and I clip them on my glasses and they work amazing. Amazing. I can be on my phone or a device up until probably a couple minutes before I go to bed, and it no longer affects me. I no longer have that alertness anymore. So the sixth thing that goes into my night routine, getting a good night's sleep, and it is taking melatonin if needed before bed to sleep easily. So I don't always do this every night, and it is something I started to incorporate recently. I am not a doctor. If you would like a recommendation on how much to take, or if you should take it at all, I suggest seeing your healthcare professional. But sometimes my body needs some additional melatonin, and every so often I find myself in a place where I have trouble falling asleep or I have trouble staying asleep, and I found that if I take some melatonin, it really helps me with that. So I like to take these Ollie Sleep Gummies. They're 3 milligrams total of melatonin that I take, and there's some other stuff in there. To me, they taste amazing and they work great, and these are by far my favorite. All right, so hopefully this all still looks the same-ish to you. I had to go pick up my daughter from practice, so if anything looks different, that's why. So on to the 7th tip, which is really gonna be 2 tips now that I look at it. One is increasing red light and the other is a sleep mask. So over the past couple years, we've replaced some of our bedroom lights with smart lights, and we can set these lights to be specific colors at certain times or on command. And what I like to do is at nighttime, as part of the bedtime routine, have this set up in an automated fashion to simulate a sunset and finally land on a red light at about 15% for the night. This is also awesome with my kids because they really like to have a night light on. They don't like it completely dark. And I found that, I mean, they would sleep with their regular light on. It was crazy to me, and I think they always woke up in the middle of the night because of that. But I feel like they get more restful sleep when they do this as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, the 7th thing is actually a twofer. So the 2nd thing is a sleep mask. I used to be on the fence about having a sleep mask because I had a really hard time finding one that was comfortable, that didn't make me break out, it wasn't too tight, and I finally found one that I love. It's super comfortable, it's squishy, it feels soft on the face, and you can actually adjust the band size on it. It washes great as well if you need to wash it, and I bought it about a year ago. It's the new Venga 3D Contoured Sleep Mask. I will link that below if you're interested. It's on Amazon. I have been using it for about a year and every night since then, and it's been amazing. Okay, so those, like I said, are the 7 things that go into my night routine that I've cultivated to help me fall asleep fast and have a great night's sleep. But there are some other things, if you want to stick around. They're not consistently a part of my routine, but they're things that I think are worth mentioning because they have been tremendously helpful. You know, whether it's on occasion or maybe I'm in a rut again where I can't fall asleep easily, probably because something's bothering me or there's just something I need to tweak slightly. And so what these things are the following. The first thing is going to be a personal massager tool. So I do not have chronic neck or back pain, like I know some people do, so this might not help you out if that's your situation. But if you're somebody like me and you don't typically have neck or back pain, but you find yourself in a situation maybe because you are a sloucher at your desk, where all of a sudden your neck is hurting, I find that I have a hard time falling asleep sometimes when this happens, or maybe I have a hard time staying asleep, or maybe I just feel like I didn't actually get any sleep. So this year I found myself with some neck pain like that, and I just needed a massage to get that pain to go away. And I was looking for a tool, not just something that I could like sit in and get that, because it wouldn't reach that spot. And I found this thing on Amazon. I was hesitant to try it because it looked weird because you put your arms in it, but it was worth it. It gets right to the source of the problem. I find if I use it for a couple days along with doing some of my neck stretches, the pain goes away and I am back to getting a good night's sleep. So the other thing, this is more of an investment kind of thing, but I think worth it, and I'm gonna call it hotel quality pillows. So this is referring to, like, have you ever gone to a hotel and you're like, these are the best pillows ever. Where did they make these? I guess you can actually look up on a lot of hotel websites and buy those pillows. So I did do that, and they were expensive. And the ones I found that I liked at the hotel I went to, they were a down alternative. So I found these ones linked below on Amazon, and they are incredibly comfortable, and they help also with my neck pain. And yeah, I just recommend them. Okay, so the last recommendation is a satin pillow cover. I love these BedSure satin pillowcases. I'm going to put them below. They are affordable to me. They stay cool during the night for me. They're smooth, they're silky. They allow my hair to flow freely and move easily with less breakage at night. I love them. So maybe you might be interested. Go ahead and try it out. All right, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I'd love to have you do that. Be a part of this community. If you have questions or comments, definitely leave them below. And if you haven't yet, like this video and share it with others. Until I see you again, bye.